So what's been coming through, guys, is there's definitely like an underlying anger here, okay? But it's not your typical lash out at the world, lash out at everybody type of anger, okay? It's not reactive anger that I'm feeling. It feels different. It's almost like it's, I know, sounds ridiculous, but a settled, controlled, not all over the place type of anger, okay? We'll find out a little bit more. Welcome to Angie Baby Intuitive. Thank you for joining for your collective message. It's an absolute pleasure to have you all here. Feels really great to be back. Thank you for bringing your energy through. I love, appreciate, and welcome each and every one of you guys. Let's start with an oracle here. It actually feels like, you know, it's peace. Look at it. It's not, I love that. I love that that's come through. We've also got hope underneath that. And what I was just going to say is it's not the kind of anger where, you know, you're losing yourself, okay, or losing parts of yourself, like to emotional outbursts, okay? I'm definitely not getting that. We've also got shadow self underneath that. So that could be relevant for someone who may be doing a little bit of shadow work here. First of all, let me say to you, if you hear noise in the background, I've got the grandies over, the kids are here, and, you know, it's just, this is what it is. This is called life. So just ignore the background noise. We can just continue on our little thing here. So we've got creativity, peace, and hope coming through. I really love this coming through because even though there is that sense of anger coming through, okay, it's an anger, like I said, that feels almost grounded, you know, very controlled, like I said, which is going to, if not already bringing peace, which is bringing hope or reinstilling hope into your heart, okay? Wow. Who would think that, you know? Who would think that? I'm getting right now like it's almost like you're finding where you stand. You're finally maybe even acknowledging where you stand, where you fit in, what your beliefs are, what you know, it's finding your strength even. It's just finding where you stand within your life, within your circumstances, within your group of people. It could be within a workplace, okay? We've got, I can change my patterns when I change my mind about them. Wow, that is so fitting. And I've got, I can think my way out of fear. We've also got, by spreading loving energy, I attract more love. I love that. That's a beautiful bit of energy to come out. There's also like a sense here of not tolerating what you used to tolerate, okay? So that can go for whoever, you know, is dealing with a situation like people or a workplace or something like that, where you're finding that you're standing, detoxify, look at that, and release control. There would have to be a need to release that little bit of control. But let me finish what I was saying. You know, if you're dealing with a group of people, and just as I was saying that, you know, detoxify was there. So that is what it sort of feels like. You're detoxifying your space. You're not tolerating things in a workplace or in amongst groups of people or social circles or places like that, okay? You're detoxifying your energy, your space here. You're releasing control even of, you know, like what's coming through right now is, I need for you to accept me. So you're releasing control of those things. Like, I don't need you to accept me. I know who I am. I know what I stand for. We've also got clear your mind, okay? So that could be relevant for someone. Someone may need to clear their space, clear their mind, you know, in order to sort of move forward in your belief, in your truth, in your wants and needs specific to you, okay? What makes you stronger? What solidifies what you want. That wasn't the way that I wanted to put it, unfortunately, but what makes you stronger, what empowers you, okay? What empowers you. It's like you're seeing things and people for what they actually are. And there isn't that, you move differently onto those things. Instead of reacting, I mean, you move differently onto those things. You're not reacting to those things anymore. You're taking a more peaceful stance, you know. You're taking a more sure within yourself stance on your life path and the way that you react to things and what you let into your life. It's like there's no more going back and forth in your head, okay? You wow, you don't even try to justify other people and their actions anymore, because what I'm getting is that once upon a time you would have put the blame on yourself. You would have tried to figure out like, what could I have done in that situation? What did I do in order to make that person react like that to me? You're not doing that anymore. You're not justifying other people's shit behavior. Thank you. Okay. What would your higher self do? That is exactly what you're learning to move with, okay? You are divinity in blue jeans, love it. What would your higher self do? Knights of the Round Table as well. Let their love lift you higher. Let their love lift you higher. And I think that is what you like. You can see like, let their love lift you higher. Let their, I don't want to call it hate. Hate's a very strong word. Let their love lift you higher. And, well, look, and let their negativity lift you even higher, okay, is what's coming through. So you just don't let things, you're using everything that comes your way to excel and to propel yourself forward in the direction that you want to, because you're standing in what you know to be good for your higher self. It's almost like righteous anger, you know, righteousness. It's not like right strength. It's not like righteousness as in, oh, you know, we can take righteousness in a good way or a bad way, okay? But what I'm getting is this is righteousness anger, and it's bringing in new emotional stability here, guys. Learning to fill your cup with the goodness of what moves you forward, you know, of what God would want for you, really, okay? What is good for your higher self here? And we've got strength. Did we have strength coming through before? Peace, no. Okay, so strength. That came out in the wording, actually, like your, I forget what it was, but you know where your strength lies now, or something like that. Funny that strength should come out. Absolutely loving this energy, loving what's coming through. I reckon this feels like, you know, as righteousness, anger, but also as learning to stand in your convictions, standing up for yourself properly. You know, you're learning to defend yourself rather than putting the blame on yourself for other people's shitty behavior. Defending what you believe in, you know, defending what you know is right for you and your higher self, like I just had said. All right. Oh yeah, Four of Wands. It's almost like you're what's that word, amalgamating, like, you know, becoming at one with yourself. I know we've done that reading. That's not really what I mean. It's like the Four of Wands, you're starting to celebrate what you are, what you want. You're starting to realize that you are the queen, okay, and what your worth is, with the Pentacles coming out here. And then we've got the Ace of Pentacles, new energy, okay, new emotional energy, new I know what I'm worth energy. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, what are we going to pull from? What am I feeling here? Yeah, we'll get a little bit of this. Definitely not needing to over-explain yourself anymore. I just saw this and I thought, you know, you're not really having to over-explain yourself anymore. You're not even dealing with, you know, the wankers that sort of come along here. Complete peace, balance, okay? You've gone from this energy, having to deal with this sort of energy, to just like it just bounces off you, okay? You're not letting anything sort of get in the way of who you are and where you're going. And you're definitely not bending your truth to keep the peace anymore. You have found peace within yourself. You've found creative ways of standing in peace and bringing hope back into your journey. Tribe of kindred. And this is what it's all about. Is you're learning to surround yourself. You know who belongs and who does not belong in your life, okay? You're looking for your kindred tribe here, your soul tribe, your spiritual side tribe, your you know, people who are aligned with your beautiful, beautiful energy. What have we got here? Amalthea. That'd be interesting. I need to learn about what that is. Amalthea. Bright destiny, okay? And freaking beautiful, because that is who you are. This is what you're learning. All right? But before and foremost, what came out, you're learning who deserves to be in your space and who doesn't deserve to be in your space. You're learning who is there for you and who is against you, and just you're learning to actually surround yourself with these people. For some of you also, these new energies, okay, we've got these couple of new energies coming out here, could be being drawn to you because you are outwardly expressing this newfound energy from yourself, from within yourself. I'm definitely getting you're not making things easy for other people anymore, okay? At your own detriment. You're not going to be putting other people, and look, I'm not saying that you're not going to be helping people anymore and that you're sitting on a pedestal judging anybody, but you're not making things easier for other people at your own expense anymore, okay? You're learning to hold your ground, not in a reactive way, okay, but it's a firm way. I'm getting there's a definite definitive decision that you have made to stand in your beliefs, and stand not even in your beliefs, just stand within yourself firmly, okay? All right, yeah, let's get some of these. It's almost like you're setting a new benchmark, right? It used to be down here, and now it's like, you know, you're upping it a little bit. Between, oh, freaking hell, between worlds and peace, and imagine new life. Boom, boom, guys. What you imagined for yourself, you're now bringing into fruition, and it is heaven sent. I'm telling you, this is what you know, what was coming through, this righteousness. It wasn't righteousness, okay? It's that righteousness, anger, but not anger. That wasn't what I was getting, but I believe this is because you are understanding now your spiritual side, your what has been missing from within you, okay, which has brought peace. And the life that you imagined for yourself is what you are now creating. It is what you are bringing into fruition here. Frick, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I know we always end on one of these, but I'm going to get one of these, then we'll pull a bit more tarot. Thank you. Okay, what have we got? I let go of control and surrender my expectations of love to beautiful synchronicity. This is what we just spoke about before. There was something that came out before about surrendering. Okay, it was surrendering, as a matter of fact. Release control. No, it wasn't surrender. It was release control. And we spoke about what that release control was about. So this just is confirmation. My heart resonates with the wonderful beat of the universe between the worlds. Hello. You can't make this up, guys. It's bringing in peace. It's bringing in this new life that you are manifesting for yourself. And it's colourful and it's beautiful. Look at it. You're moving from boom, boom into boom, boom, black and white into colour. Creating what it is that you know you deserve. Oh my God, let me just put that on silent. Notifications. I'm loving this energy. Let me know if this is you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. Understanding. This is just comfort. Oh, frig. Frig, frig. Passionate, passionate, passionate. Movement forward, knowing when to move, knowing what to accept, knowing what not to accept here with the Chariot, and moving towards what it is that you do want to action here, what you do want to bring into fruition here, okay, which is like, you know, 10 of Pentacles, what you could imagine, bringing that old energy to a completion here, understanding what you're worth just by changing your perspective about yourself, okay, and standing firm in your convictions, and understanding how to control that passion and that anger that you have within you. Once upon a time, I'm getting that you would have been very reactive, okay. You've always been full of passion and people mistook it for anger, okay, and it could have been anger. I think that's where the righteous anger is coming from. Like, once upon a time someone would have done something wrong to you, right? You would have gone, oh God, you're pissing me off and you're an asshole and I'm just so sick of your crap and blah blah blah, and you would have reacted like that. But I'm not getting that it's because you're an angry person. I'm getting it was because you felt slighted, okay. You felt betrayed, you felt very emotional, you felt hurt. All right, when it boils down to it and you can cut through all the words, you felt hurt. And that hurt, because you're such a passionate person, full of love and energy and all of the goodness, okay, it comes out as anger because you felt hurt. Now you're learning how to curb that, the reaction. Okay, not so much the energy and the emotion, but the reaction. You're learning to curb the reaction so that in a more controlled manner, so that you defend yourself without actually reacting. God, that is so confusing, but I hope it makes sense for you, and I hope you understand, and I hope whoever's reading this is that you get the freaking point. Hermit here, you know, you've had a lot of inner reflection. It's almost like you've just gotten so in touch with both sides of yourself, and you've learned a shitload while you've been looking at yourself, at how you react in the past, how you deal with the passion that you hold, because I'm getting that you hold so much freaking power and passion within you that it can be explosive, okay. And that, I believe, is what you have learnt to curb here. Sorry, I'm just going to silence this one. Absolutely beautiful energy. You've learnt. Look at this, even with on the bottom of the deck, the Page of Wands here, and with the Star. So yeah, look, learning learning earlier on in life, you would have been that reactive, passionate, reactive person, okay? Passionate, emotional, reactive person, because it didn't come from anger. I'm not getting the freaking anger as in, oh, you're an angry person, okay? So earlier on in life, you would have been an emotional, reactive person, all right? But you have learnt now to control that energy, that passion, you know, and deal with it in a different manner. That's coming through strong. You could have been through a healing process. It could have been healing from childhood. It could have been healing from something that really hurt you, okay? But whatever it was, even just healing your own reactive side, okay? So some of you may have gone through like awakenings or spiritual introspection here with the freaking hermit, okay? And you've just learnt how to, you could have just simply, you know what, it could just be as simply as learnt how to deal with your emotions in a better way, in a less reactive way. So kudos to whoever this reading is for, guys. And I applaud you, because it's not an easy thing to do, especially when you are so full of passion and you are, and you love deeply, right? So when you love deeply and you're so full of that passion, you know, when we feel slighted or hurt, we can react in certain ways, okay? So yeah, amazing job. Well done. Well done. Show us what we need to see. Thank you. The devil on the bottom of the deck here. So releasing those, it's just like releasing that what you saw. I'm not saying that this is you, okay, but releasing that crap side, what you saw is, or believed to be that crap side of yourself that limited, you know, limited your, I'm not going to say social circle or anything like that, but limited your, maybe limited new connections possibly, okay, because of the way that you would react, okay? And that is not you. That's not your, I don't, like, for me, I don't think, I'm not getting that it's you who limited yourself. It's other people who laid judgment upon you. And that could have been the, I don't know if precipice is the right word, but that could have been the catalyst for you wanting to go within yourself and understand yourself a little bit more, and then learning to deal with things in a different manner. And I believe, like King of Wands and the Knight of Swords, we've got the King of Wands coming out, okay? So you've learnt to master that. You've learnt to understand how to curb that passion, how to curb that emotion, okay? This is just confirmation here. Okay. Understanding. You're now more in control of your mind, in control of how your mind works. This is what you've mastered. You've mastered your mind, okay? Okay. Have we pulled? Oh, yes, we did. Okay. This is the right deck. Yes. Oh gosh, that's way too many. I don't know if we will read all of those because it will just take so long. Look at it. The hush of heaven holds my heart today. Remember that where your heart is, there is your treasure also. Maybe they all fell out to find this card. Okay, so what were we talking about? You know what, we're going to put these to the side for a second because we might not go into those. We were just talking about, like, your heart is so big, like you love deeply, right? And so where your heart is, there is your treasure also. God's taking this anger away from you. Well, you know, refining it, perhaps. Okay, refining, guiding you to understand how to take control of it, how to take the reins on that bad boy. You know, like if you look here, it's like he's almost riding a horse with the reins, right? Remember that where your heart is, your treasure is also, because in your instance, it is your biggest, deepest blessing. On the other hand, it could have the potential to be your downfall in the way that you would react to things when your heart was hurt. Okay, I could see peace instead of this. Peace again. Peace again. Nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God. Bro, you can't make it up. You can't make it up. Nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Your heart is the real thing here, okay? And the reaction is the unreal. That does not exist. And your heart can't be threatened because that is the heart of you. That is God. Where your heart is, like the power that your heart holds, the love, the intensity, the passion that your freaking heart holds, right, is the only real thing. And that's where God lies, mate. That is what you were meant to see here. And remember that where your heart is, there is your treasure also. Never doubt yourself. Never freaking doubt yourself. There is nothing to doubt in you. You are a beautiful person. Whoever is reading this is for, you need to understand that. I really honestly don't think that these need to come out. I think these needed to fall off in order for these to come out. So we're not going to... I'm only affected by my thoughts. There you go. And the fact that I just flicked through those and then thought, no, I'm not going to do that. Laid them down. I'm affected only by my thoughts. We just were talking about you're learning to control your mind. So we're going to read this one. Seek not to change the world, but to change your mind about the world. Whew. What you see reflects your thinking, and your thinking but reflects your choice of what you want to see. And that is gaining control of your mind, okay? Because our minds are freaking powerful. The most powerful tool that we have. Well, look, is it your heart? Is it your mind? I don't know. Let me hear your opinions. Which do you think is stronger? You don't have to. I just thought I'd throw that in there, but you don't have to. But look, let's call it one of your most powerful tools, okay? I'm getting here that he's showing you how to use your treasure properly. Wow. He's showing you how to use your heart properly, because that heart center is your power. You know, the heart chakra, man. And I know the solar plexus is typically the middle ground, right? But the heart. I'm not getting that. And the reason he's showing you how to use it, right, is because it isn't anger that pulls you out of alignment, right? It's your passion. It's that righteousness anger that is actually pulling you back into it. It's a funny one, isn't it? Like, why would he instill anger in you? But it's not anger. It is like, let's call it a different word. I don't know. We can call it whatever you want. For you, however it resonates, you take it as that, okay? But whatever this righteousness is, whatever this emotional righteousness is that you feel, look, I'm not going to go past the fact that I get that you were a reactive person, and the reason that you react in this inverted commas angry manner is because you love so deeply, okay? So we're going to stick to calling it anger. That's what I'm going to call it. But I'm not this. It's that very anger right now that you are. That is helping you through, that is helping you to heal what it is that you need to heal, and helping you to understand and learn how to control that deep passion. Maybe we should call it deep passion. Okay, we're just going to pull a couple of these. Thank you. Oh, wow. Okay, what have we got over here? What's on the bottom here? Oh, wow. You're building a new structure for yourself. This is a new structure, a new energy for yourself, okay? Let's just flip them over and we'll see what's come out. This way. No, this way. Okay. We've got control and tactics again. So, you know, releasing, surrendering, releasing that control here, sowing new seeds. Okay, we've got releasing this comfort zone even to bring in stability and this solid new structure that you're forming for yourselves. Okay, and this fire, okay, that you have within yourself is forming this new ground. You're releasing, you know, we might as well call this the devil, right? Taking the mask off, releasing, limiting, whatever it is, okay? Making that change, limiting patterns. Changing the way that you see yourself even, okay? Changing the way you see yourself to bring in this new energy of yourself. Beautiful. I love it. I'm just going to take it back to that God showing you how to utilize it, okay? Because I feel like that is correcting things. I just get that duality, not duality, but it's like it's showing you. It's just teaching you how to be honest with yourself. Who's crossing my lines? Who's not crossing my lines? Who understands my boundaries? Who's giving me the respect that I deserve? Okay. And you're just no longer, you're not abandoning. That could have been what someone, you're not abandoning yourself anymore. Okay. And that could be what someone once suffered with. Okay. Abandonment from childhood or abandonment of a love that you love, or betrayal of someone that you love deeply. Okay. Which, made you react in this way, and that was something that you could not bounce back from, okay, and you're overcoming this now. But I think that you're standing up for yourself, right? I'm not going to try and piss fart around it like I'm trying to figure out how to say it differently, but really standing up for yourself, that's what it is. That is what it is. This is you standing where you should have stood a long freaking time ago, in peace, in calm, in strength, okay, as we've had coming out here. So that is the energy. All right, we're going to grab some numerology and then maybe an angel card. Sorry, let me just grab them. And we might just, let's shuffle this and split the deck, I reckon. There's definitely a clarity within you, like a clear knowing of what is wrong and what is right for you now. Mary, Queen of Angels, and the Miriam. Look at this. You can't make it up. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. I absolutely love it. We've got healing the heart. So fitting. This is exactly what we were talking about just now, what we were talking about with God, like you know, it is your treasure. Okay, this is a sacred time of healing. This is a sacred freaking journey. I told you God was a part of this journey for you, and he is leading this. This is a sacred time of healing. In order for you to feel whole once more, it is essential for you to reclaim all of the lost parts of yourself. This is amazing. Call back all the aspects of yourself, all the gifts and talents that you have been forced to hide and repress, which is your freaking heart, and all of those beautiful aspects of yourself that go along with that beautiful heart, because you can't have a beautiful heart and not have a beautiful personality and a beautiful giving soul, and, you know, all of those beautiful aspects of yourself. So look at this. This is so fitting. All the gifts and talents that you have been forced to hide and repress. By unleashing these tender aspects of your deepest self, you allow your heart to rebuild and strengthen. Guys, boom, boom. Need I say more? This is the end of the reading. I know it. Now I'm happy to end this reading. Mary, Queen of Angels, don't be afraid. You were born for this. Trust in your voice. Trust in your ability to articulate your thoughts and what it is that you require. Trust in your ability to stand in your conviction, in your truth, in your belief in yourself, okay? In your worth. Trust in your capacity to use and share your gifts. If you are feeling scared or unsure about the next step, this is just showing how much you care about making a difference. What I say about your heart, you are a beautiful, beautiful soul, whoever this reading is for. And I love you. Stand in the light of your soul. It is the only shield you need. You are armed with the armor of God. Wow, the armor of God. Activation, I trust myself, my voice, and my gifts. I am unafraid. Activation, I reclaim myself and my story. I am ready for wholeness. Guys, I absolutely love this. All right, we won't do that. We'll do the numerology first. Oh, you're not standing for whatever doesn't align with you anymore, man. And not because you're trying to prove anything. It's not freaking ego. It's not you thinking that you're better than anyone else. It's just because now you mean it. What you say, you mean. What you feel, you know you want, right? Oh my God. Oh my God. Abundance, rebirth, karmic completion. 88, 10, and 16 could be relevant. Don't even need to expand on those cards coming out because I think they damn well speak for themselves. Oh, you know what? I just got then embrace this anger, this righteous anger, this righteous passion, okay? Embrace it, because it's not here to just disrupt your life. It's not here to create upheaval, and the only upheaval that it's going to create is to set things straight. So embrace that shit. Embrace it. Go with it. Accept it. Understand it, because it is part of you. Look at this. Balanced. Because that's what it's bringing in. Just as I'm saying, accept it, man, it comes out. You know what I get? It's teaching you, it is just, look, this is just a different way of freaking putting it, right, about what we were talking about before, but with the page there about you've learned, okay? But what I'm getting, what God has instilled in you, why he's instilled it in you like this, and he's teaching you to harness that anger into righteousness anger, or whatever you, however you say it, right? It's teaching you how to stand in what's right for you, what's aligned with you, without backing down and without losing yourself or losing your shit. Okay. Wow. And also how to hold that position without needing anyone else's, you know, not acceptance, without needing anyone else's, what's the freaking word? Like, without needing anyone else's acceptance of that, okay? I don't know the word I'm looking for. It's not that, but you know what I mean. I know you know what I mean. 222, trust that the seeds of your thoughts are growing as you are nourishing them with words, feelings, and actions. You are balanced, and this is what it's been all about, is controlling your mind. What did we get out before? This is what you have learnt to do, to control your heart, to control your passion, to control your emotions here. 77, it is time to move on from the old patterns, habits, and fears. Boom, 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 boom. Now is the time to walk in the direction of your biggest desires and ambitions. What did we talk about here? What came out? New life. Imagining that new life and then bringing into fruition that new life and walking away from those limiting beliefs or patterns or whatever it was, right? Because we've had all that come out in this reading. So it is just so amazing that this comes out. Now is the time to walk in the direction of your biggest desires and ambitions. Now is the time to be bold and brave. You are brave. Look at the strength that has come out. So that's fitting as well. I didn't even read I am brave. I just saw the numbers at first. But there you go. Boom. You are brave. You are full of strength. You are learning to understand and know and stand in your strength. 16, you have an inquisitive mind that allows you to uncover important truths about yourself. You have a special ability to read into other people's feelings. Very intuitive, very in tune, very in between the worlds, very connected to your spiritual and the earthly self and the spiritual and earthly realms. Okay, this is you. You can't have a heart like that and not be. So whoever this is, you are an extraordinary person. A wisdom seeker, as we saw, and your angels ask to share your knowledge for the benefit of others. You are perceptive. This could be something that you go on to teach other people, or something that you talk about, like your experiences and what you went through and your personal journey, okay, to help other people. 24, you have a heart. Oh my dear, beautiful God. 24, you have a heart of gold and are very skilled at maintaining balanced, stable relationships. You are loyal to your loved ones and are able to be nurturer, protector, and provider all at once. You are generous. This is why this righteousness anger exists, because this is you at the core. You just needed to understand how to harness that passion and that emotion, and that is what God has breathed into you. Absolutely amazing, amazing, amazing message coming through there, guys. You know what I'm getting right now also is that the anger is not going to stay. So what you're perceiving as this fueled anger, or this new calm, peaceful righteousness anger, okay, it's not going to remain, because it's going to turn and evolve into like peace and discernment and stability and decisiveness and understanding and knowing, and all of those positive attributes that are going to move you even further towards this new life that you're seeking, living the life that you imagine for yourself. And also, what was I going to say? Damn. Oh, and being able to then express this journey and this learning with other people, so other people can understand and learn how to harness their gifts, emotions, whatever you want to call it. Okay? Absolutely amazing. Oh my goodness. You're not going to need to react in those emotional ways anymore. Okay, you're just going to be standing in your peace, in peace, strength, all of that. I'm not going to repeat it again. This is your reading. It turned out to be a freaking amazing read. You're a freaking amazing person. Let's get one of these quickly, because I just saw the hearts and I know that they're heart cards. So let's just see what comes out. Show us what we need to see. Thank you. Absolutely beautiful. Cooperation. In your quest to manifest the energy of love, you realize that every person and experience has value. That's a beautiful standpoint too, to understand. Like, we actually spoke about that earlier. You were taking both the love and the negative, and you're learning and excelling forward here, right? So that's just so fitting. That's cooperating with yourself for the first time in your life, huh? Detachment. You are releasing old patterns and ideas that no longer serve your highest ideas of love. Boom. Can't make it up. Willingness. You are able to compromise if the end result is love for yourself. Patience. You are able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm. I love it. And purpose. You possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love, because you are love. You've got the biggest heart that I have ever felt, and you are amazing. I absolutely love your energy. This is your reading, guys. If you resonate, pop a like on the video, and share it for other collective to be able to receive this message. If you vibe with my energy or want to become a part of our soul collective here, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to stay up to date with messages that come through, or bring your energy here to bring these messages through, hit that notification bell. Absolute pleasure. I love you. I love each and every one of you. I love, appreciate, and welcome each and every one of you. I'll see you in the next one. Feels amazing to be back. Keep shining, guys. Love yous.